Hi everyone, in this video, I wanted to share a little demo on mossing Neofinetia Falcata in the traditional kokedai Japanese style, with a little modification. For today's demo, I will be using a new acquisition from my birthday haul, the variety Kinkabuto, which has lovely variable marginal variegation. Before we begin, I prep the Neo by unpotting it and removing all the old moss. Next, with a pair of sterilized scissors, I remove all dead roots and debris. Once the Neo has been prepped, I gather all the necessary materials and tools. For the materials, I'm using 4A grade long strand moss and 3A grade moss from Best Grow. The moss has been soaked in water for about 15 minutes. I find that the wet moss is less prone to breakage versus dried. I've sorted them out based on lengths for ease of use. The kokedai will be placed into the traditional Japanese ceramic pot that I've recently got from Japan. I've modified the traditional way of mounding by using an inverted netted basket. I think using this will help to form the dome structure without compromising airflow. For the tools, I'm using a pair of scissors and a pair of forceps. I begin the process of applying a layer of short strand moss all around the netted basket, then squeezing the water out to help keep it in place. After positioning the Neo on top of the newly formed moss mound, I started to layer medium strand moss on top of the roots, making sure that the ends reach the bottom so it can be tucked away later. Lastly, I use what's left of my long strand moss to wrap everything together. With the last strand wrapped, the kokedai is now ready to be placed into the pot. The last part of the process is tidying up the mound. Using my forceps, I tucked in any loose ends that's sticking out and cut any pieces that can't be tucked away. The goal is to form a nice, even mound. And that's pretty much it. This part is completely optional, but I like the leaves on my Neos to grow on a single plane per growth. I used these clear plastic stirring rods that I found on Amazon to train the leaves. And here's the rest of the Neos has been converted to the kokedai mossing up method. There's still quite a bit left that I have to go through, but for now, this is all I have. I'm waiting on a new shipment of long strand sphagnum moss, the 4A type. That should probably arrive in about 2 weeks or so. And I don't have a lot of the traditional Japanese neopots left. I'm also ordering some of those as well. Alright, just a few quick updates on the Neos. This one is a new one. Hasn't been featured yet. The name of it I cannot pronounce, but I'll put it on the screen for you. But the coolest thing is that there's like streaks along the leaf, and it kind of looks like dead tissue, but it it has these quirky growths or markings on the leaves. It looks like it's dead, which I find so fascinating. Here's another one that I've recently got from South Korea, from the same seller. It's called Daisho Nishiki, or sometimes called Daishogun. It's probably one of my favorite bean leaf types thus far, and it has kind of blotchy variation on it, the leaves. So yeah, it's super cute. Here we have my Momoyama Nishiki, and it's the only Neo that I have with a white variation. And the newest leaf that it has, it's all white, which is so cool. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for tuning in.